Good morning, everyone. My name, no, I just want to check it's recording. There it is. Hi, good morning, everyone. It's Madeleine Black here. I am a speaker, author, and psychotherapist. And this morning I am with Monika, who is over in Germany. And we decided that we would like to talk about what really goes on when you suppress your feelings and how you can learn to be okay with them and just let them be. So, Monika, if you'd just like to maybe introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Monika Maj. I'm a soul healer. I help people who traumatic experiences from the past and hence suppressed emotions. I also am a peace agent. I help people with inner conflict and interpersonal conflict. And I'm also psychoeducator in the field of body positive. And I live next to Basel, but still in Germany, and we are also in Canada.
Yeah, so I think for a lot of people, if they don't have a lot of their trauma resolved because of the current situation that we're in lockdown, it's going to maybe trigger things or bring things up, and they'll be getting triggered maybe on a daily basis or every day, or just the pressure of now living together with other people that before you had your freedom. Or your anxiety levels, if you had anxiety before, they're going to be bigger. Or if you didn't have anxiety, you might experience it now. So I imagine a lot of people's well-being and their mental health will be struggling right now because it's a huge change.
Very much so, very much so. And I am a living example of that. And my husband is a living example of that. And including our 6-year-old daughter is a very social creature, and she needs to be outdoors all the time. I mean, as often as long as possible. So it's a challenge. Yes.
That must be really hard. My sister is in Spain, and you're only allowed out if you're over 18, and it's only to go to the supermarket or to walk a dog. So she has 4 boys and no gardens. So just a tiny little space upstairs, a little roof terrace. It must be so tough because, as you say, it's really good to be outside and to be in nature. And for me, you know, that helps so much if I can just get away from everyone and just go for a walk. But right now it's really hard to get away from everyone.
That peace of mind, exactly. That peace of mind, that stillness around you, that quiet space. This is so much valuable nowadays. For me, it has been, I guess for you too, and for many people who are listening to us, suddenly taken away.
Yeah.
And for me, this is a very challenging situation when I can't just have that peace of mind, when I can just go and reconnect with myself and with the nature and with what my soul is telling me.
So I guess it's then about how do we find that stillness when we can't go out in nature or when we can't find it in the ways that we normally would. How can we find the stillness right now? And for me, you know, the way I like to think of it, it's always been an inside job. It's not really because of our circumstances externally. It's always what do we do on the inside to keep ourselves steady, and I think the job is to keep ourselves steady as much as possible.
Very much so, very much so. So my journey, my healing journey, because I actually underwent a traumatic physical experience when I was a toddler. I was 1 year and 5 months. I got burnt in a household accident. And we created many suppressed traumatic feelings. So because of what happened to me, my life afterwards was just a straight fight and flight kind of style. And I was fighting for many years with my emotions and trying to suppress them even deeper and deeper. So there was a point when I could no longer fight with what I was feeling, and these are very unhealthy living habits were already too much for me to handle. I could no longer continue self-sabotaging myself.
But what you're saying is important, sorry to interrupt, because then it's about your awareness. You became aware of your patterns and your unhealthy behaviors, and you saw exactly what you were doing. So it sounds like only then could you make a choice to stay with it or to change it.
Exactly. So for many years, until my actually very late 20s, beginning of 30s, I was living the very unhealthy way, suppressing my emotions and continuing exercising those very unhealthy habits, right? Self-sabotaging and all kinds of
And you
different
went
habits.
like this, it's interesting. So it's like holding it in.
Exactly. Exactly. When you go tense, when you're in a cage, the feeling of being exactly caught and squeezed and controlled by that situation. And I'm feeling it right now in my body. My body goes exactly tense. And there was that moment when I just kind of woke up and suddenly saw exactly that moment of of awareness when I realized, oh, this is what has been going on. This is what I've been doing. These are the emotions that I've been suppressing for all these years. So since that moment, it is a very, very inside job, as you're saying.
Yeah.
And only inside job, yeah.
So I guess for people right now is to pay attention and to become aware of what they're feeling, what's going on. Are they annoyed? Are they happy? Are they sad? Are they, are they accepting? Just to pay attention to their emotions. Can you catch when you're short-tempered, or catch when you're not feeling yourself, because there's so much change and disruption right now to adapt to for everyone. It's a collective disruption around the world, really, isn't it? It's global disruption and vulnerability. So the trick is to pay attention, to become a better witness to your life.
Exactly. Pay attention. When you feel emotions coming in, sit with them and go into them. Feel them without feeling the emotions, so without feeling them, really letting them come flooding and asking, okay, I'm feeling you. You're my emotion. I love you. There is a message in this emotion. Opening and asking yourself, what's that message that this emotion is bringing with itself to the surface? What should I pay attention to? Is there healing needed? Why am I angry? What's this sadness telling me? What am I supposed to do? What is this energy? What are these feelings there for me? So sit with them. And the magic is that when you allow yourself to feel these emotions, sit with them and really open up to sadness, for example, or anger, then they pass. They no longer get suppressed.
I think when we fight them, then we keep them there longer. And when we avoid them or when we deny them, I heard a great thing the other day, and it was called RAIN. So RAIN stands for recognize, accept, investigate, and nurture.
Exactly.
Beautiful. And I thought that was beautiful. I thought that was really good. So I hope that's given anyone who's watching today some tips on how to just really learn to be okay with whatever's going on, without any judgment, without any fighting. And it's just really okay not to be okay right now, and just to accept where you're at.
Exactly. Do not fight. Do not run away from your emotions. Do not distract yourself. Just be there, be present, and you know what? Be grateful. Emotions are our leaders. Emotions is the language of our soul. They tell you where you are. They tell you what you need. They tell you what you no longer need. So it's a beautiful gift. It's a beautiful, beautiful gift. Yes.
And I think that's a really lovely place to end there for today. So it's been great chatting to you, Monika, and maybe we'll do some more of these as well later on.
I really hope so. And just before we end, I just wish to say that Madeleine Black is the author of this beautiful, wonderful book called Unbroken. And this is a very healing book. It's so beautifully courageous of Madeleine to be this inspiringly honest and through this inspiring, beautifully, deeply healing. And I recommend this book to every parent, to every teacher, to every social worker, and to every person. This is a really beautifully healing book. That's all I can say.
And I didn't pay her to say that. I didn't know she was going to do that. So thank you. I'm very touched. I'll speak to you. Bye.